Hi, what's up, everyone? I'm going to talk about one championship, Garry Tonon versus Thanh, which went down this Friday. I don't know if you have seen this fight. It was not a not a long fight. I was excited about it because it was Tonon's first. Well, he got to go for the title for the first time in his career, and I've been following him as a grappler, and also when he went and started to compete in MMA. And one of those grapplers who have done really good in MMA too. So for me, it's been really exciting, and this fight was something I really was looking forward to. If you haven't seen it, it was not a long fight, just a few seconds, a few minutes, and it didn't go as I wanted. I wanted Tom to win, of course. Lee did a great job though, and no shadow over him. But what I want to talk about mostly are how this fight ended, because it's been kind of a controversial thing in the BJJ community and in the MMA community. People talked about techniques and what's useful in MMA and what's not useful, and how this fight ended. The talks about have been about Leglocks and leg attacks in MMA, and we have two sides of it. Some say that it works, mostly PGA people, and some say that it doesn't work in MMA. It's a sport technique, but it doesn't work when someone is punching you in the face. I can relate to both sides. First, though, I am not an MMA fighter. I'm a pure grappler. I am a brown belt, so I've been doing this for about 13 years now. And this is not about saying or telling Garry or telling fighters what they should do in the octagon, because I don't know, really. I haven't been in a fight like that. But as a grappler, I can observe things from the outside and give opinion on what I see. And this thing about people talking about leg locks and that it doesn't work, because how this fight ended, it was Tonon is a leg specialist, leg lock specialist, and he is now 7-1, I think, in MMA. Three of those fights have been submissions, so he has been able to use his BJJ very, very well in MMA. One of those who made a transition to MMA from BJJ and actually make it work. One other person who made it work is, of course, Damian Maya, but Ryan Hall in UFC is also a leg lock specialist, and he had made his BJJ work in grappling. Well, in grappling, of course, but in MMA. Thing was that Tonon, they had a few exchanges on the feet, and Tonon dropped for a leg lock. He nearly got the heel hook. It was really, really close, I think, but Lee defended well and spun out of it. Tonon, it looks like he tried to pull him back in with the leg, but Lee had none of it and decided to just unleash hell and ground and pounded Tonon until he went unconscious and got a KO victory. And here's what people are talking about the ending and how leg locks doesn't work. If you go for a leg lock, you get knocked out like Tonon. You can be you can be world class in it and still be knocked out, because the thing with leg locks, you need to use your hands and arms to pull in the person and trap the leg with your arms. This means you can't defend against punches. So I can see that way too. But on the other hand, you have good leg locks specialists in MMA who had made it work. Ryan Hall, for example, he did get one of his matches for a few, I think 2 matches ago, he ended up kind of in the same position as here, where he got ground and pounded out because he went for a leg. But at the same time, he managed to submit BJ Penn with a heel hook, and his way of rolling in with a Minara roll and snatch the leg. People know what he will do, but he can't defend it. So if you're good at it, and I think this goes for everything in MMA, if you're good at something, you can apply it. And this is what I want to talk about too. Of course, I have tried grappling with gloves myself and just a few, light punches. And then you see that some positions in BJJ isn't really favorable when it comes to MMA and when people can punch, because you expose yourself too much and you can't defend against certain stuff. I like half guard myself, deep half guard, and then you can get elbowed to oblivion, so that's not a good thing. But thing is, when you have such a high level thing to use, I don't think anyone could say that this is useless in MMA or in another situation. Of course, it can get exposed, as now with Tonon and even with Ryan Hall, but you also have to give credit to Lee because he did defend really, really well, and I think it lies more on him than Tonon doing something wrong or exposing that leg lock that doesn't work. Lee actually have been training with Ryan Hall, so he knew what he was about to do. You saw it directly. Tonon went for the heel. He knew how to spin out of it and knew how to defend. So the thing about certain things, well, I think this controversial thing is kind of silly in a way. Both Ryan Hall and Tonon have ended fights with leg locks, so of course it works. Not in every situation, but you will bump into people who are good at defending, well, everything. Defending a right cross. No one will say that the right cross doesn't work in MMA. Or someone who is really good at defending triangles. Yeah, you can be a master at triangles, but if you meet someone who has really good defense, of course it won't work. But that doesn't mean triangles don't work in MMA. So in a way, I can see how this works. You get exposed a little when you go for leg lock because you can get punched in the face. But at the same time, if you're good at it, you can also end the fight really, really fast. Paul Harris is another fighter who do the same thing. He goes for leg locks and you can't really do shit about it. So yeah, as a grappler, I think it's really sad that Tonon lost, but I do not think he did a bad thing, and I do not think he did a mistake. He played the game in a way he thought he would win, and played to his own strength. But hats off for Lee, to Lee for actually be able to defend it and train enough to be able to defend it. So congratulations to Lee, and I wish Tonon the best, and I hope he will come back. Well, I know he will come back stronger. And I do not want to put any shadows on and telling him what to do, or telling him that I know better, or because I know for a fact that everything I've been saying here, he knows. He has been doing BJJ for so much longer than me, and he has elite level, so he knows. But I think that people who looks at it from the outside and that do not have do not have enough experience in grappling or whatever, or do not have any experience in grappling, grappling can be hard sometimes. It needs to be explained, because it can look weird. I know that myself. Before I trained BJJ, I thought that some positions in MMA looked silly. Like, do this really work? Why doesn't the person just stand up? Or why do he has his arm there? Or you just go about from your own experience. And I'm talking now from my 13 years of experience with grappling, but also from an outside perspective. So, but yeah, this was what I wanted to talk about, and I have talked about the movie review, and I will do that too. I started to see the movie Bruised. I haven't watched it. Well, I haven't finished it yet because I saw half of it, and I enjoyed it. I can say that, but I had to do other stuff, so I kind of split the movie in two pieces. So I will see it through, and then I will do a review of it, and hopefully this weekend, or excuse me, or next week. But until then, I hope you will have a good week and a good weekend, and hit the subscribe button and push a like if you want. I really appreciate it. Write a comment if there is anything about grappling, or if you think I'm saying something weird, or think I have wrong in some things. I do not claim I'm the best. I just like to talk about my experiences with and what I see with the grappling and MMA. But I hope your week will be great. Here in Sweden we have sunshine now, so it makes me a little bit happier. Consider how the world is right now, and I hope you can find some energy too. And until then, have a great day and great weekend. See you later. Bye bye.